Well, as we first told you yesterday on Mid Morning, the home of the University of Minnesota's men's hockey team is getting a new name. Mariucci Arena will be officially known as 3M Arena at Mariucci. It's part of a 14-year, just over $11 million sponsorship deal with 3M. The company is also sponsoring several areas of the university's Athletes Village development, too. So this is a very unexpected, for me, sign of the economy kind of turning around. This was something that I didn't realize didn't happen during the recession. It was something that companies weren't doing as much. They didn't have the extra $11 million to put on top of a building. But within the last couple of years, especially here in Minneapolis and Minnesota in general, we've seen quite a few. We have Target Field, that's new, US Bank Stadium, so CHS Field, absolutely.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, you can't really blame corporations for wanting to take part in this, right? I mean, maybe during the recession they didn't have the money, the millions of dollars to throw at something like this, but now it just, you can see so much bang for your buck if you've got that name that announcers are going to throw out, the news media is going to be talking about on a daily basis. You can't DVR that. You cannot fast forward through that commercial. That is your name in the community, here to stay.
It's especially valuable with a new stadium. With the 3M Arena at Mariucci, you know, I think, to me, that's a larger commitment to the university, right? So they get their name on the building. You know they're going to have a part in the Athletes Village. So to them, they're making it's not that different from when, like, a rich guy donates money to build the journalism
3M
school.
has already given like $92 million to the U, so they're big donors.
They're big donors, so they get their name on there. It's good for 3M. But you look at, like, the professional sports. I mean, look at the money that US Bank gave. What's interesting is there are only limited types of businesses that this works for, right? Like financial services. Because all around the country, you use a bank or an investment
firm
or whatever. Car makers. You see Mercedes-Benz has been a big. What we haven't seen yet is foreign or global brands, because
How would people feel about that?
Well, I think people are hesitant a little bit because taxpayers are largely paying for these stadiums, and so when you have, but I think that's the next. If they donate enough money, that's the next frontier.
They have the right to do it.
Is this good for the U, do you think?
Yeah, I think it is. I think that, you know, more money into the athletics program is always going to be a good thing.
And they're trying to build that Athletes Village, and they're trying to do it through private fundraising.
And they kept the name Mariucci on there, even though it's not just the name.
Doesn't it take away a little? You feel a little bit like they've sold just a little bit more of the soul.
Of course,
a little bit.
It's such a rich part of hockey history in the state, Mariucci.
Yeah.
Well, it's still on there, just has a few more.
You can call it Mariucci if you want.
Slap that Post-it note over it, and you're good to go.
You know.